Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 563, and as promised yesterday, today you will see finally some footage from Gran Canaria, and specifically Roque Nublo, which is basically, I think, the second highest point and the most seen point of interest in Gran Canaria if you consider anyone hiking or traveling. It's not a long hike, it's about a mile in and mile out, so about 3.2 kilometers, maybe 3.5, depending on how you walk it. But it's slightly demanding because of the elevation, but not too much, and it's very scenic. There's a lot of lovely views out there. You will see for yourself. This is just an intro segment. As I said, the rest is pre-recorded while we were on Gran Canaria. And I managed to pull it off from GoPro, transfer that to the phone, stitch it together, so it should be done. But just before that, there's a short couple of seconds footage, or I would say clip, from I think yesterday's trip with Julian to the hairdresser, where he got his haircut, basically. So it's kind of mixed episode of different weird segments, like this intro, then Julian's kind of out of hairdresser moment, and then Roque Nublo, and probably the outro that I will record to close off today's episode. In the meantime, those of you that know me and follow for a while, you were waiting for that short footage of about, I think, 6 or 7 minutes already for a long time, so here it is. And those of you that are new to the project, just a quick reminder, this is daily blogging and podcasting challenge kind of that I set for myself back in the days, and as you can see, it's day 563, which means I do it for 563 consecutive days without a hiccup or any day lost consecutively. Every single day I write the blog post and record the podcast. Enjoy Julian's haircut and Roque Nublo. So here he is. I forgot to film you when you were still a sheep. Well, I mean,
I wasn't a sheep.
You had too much wool on you.
I thought there wasn't wool.
Show yourself the side. Very nice. A little bit different. I will still get from mommy like a backlash, but I don't care. You see, if you look at the side, yeah. Yeah.
Can't see, but
yeah. I will show you in a second. Yeah, so this is him. Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. I don't recall the exact episode number. I probably mentioned it in the intro because I'm not recording it as normal, so day by day. It's a footage that I pre-recorded on one of the days as we were on Gran Canaria, and I'm posting it now as part of the series of the posts and recordings from our trip. We are currently going towards Roque Nublo.
By the way, just spoiler alert, this might be my first video on my new channel, the CG travel channel.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
We can repost it there.
Yeah.
So
Das ist nicht so das Problem.
Well, actually, I have my phone in my pocket, so I can use that.
all right.
So after you're done your episode.
So this is just the first segment.
Yeah.
We will continue on and record later. So Roque Nublo is not far from us. The hike is quite short. It's about 1.5 kilometers. This is Propertenor or Blunt Force Healing. We are recording together.
Or your name is?
Mache.
Yeah. So right now we are going.
Yeah. So the whole hike is about 2 miles forth and back. So fairly short one, but I suspect there will be some gain in elevation. It's a very popular spot. It's kind of signature spot on Gran Canaria. There are two things, Pico a las Nieves and Roque Nublo. I think they are the most popular hikes in the area, and we are doing one of them because that was Julian's kind of dream or a bucket list item, so we decided to come here after all those days that we already spent at the beaches. So obviously a little bit of differentiation. Voila. And yeah, so let us keep going and we'll see how that big unusual rock looks like before it collapses and no longer is a monument. I'll be back shortly. As you can see, plenty of people coming in and out, so it is quite traffic prone element of the landscape, but Julian is actually recording his segment, as you can see, because he's starting his travel sub channel, so I'll link it below my episode to make sure that you can check this out and also like it. Beautiful landscape, as you can see probably. In the middle, just behind that tree, there's a little globe and a peak in the clouds. That's the, I think it's the highest point on Gran Canaria, called Pico dos Nieves, and Julian keeps recording.
What the hell is that? I think that's the highest point.
He wants to make sure that his video lands on that sub channel, that travel sub channel, so I won't be disrupting it. But it's lovely here. I can see a lot of moss, more and more moss, and the actual plants, which is as some of you might know me, I'm quite hopeful to maybe see some mushrooms, but it's quite high, so not many mushrooms actually grow on the high altitudes. So we'll see how it goes. If I find something, I will definitely record it. For now, we keep going towards Roque Nublo. Unexpected stop. Have a look at that. It's massive. It's echo here. Here is Julian recording it. It's amazing. Yeah, careful.
Could you give me a hand?
Yeah, we decided to stop there. Elizabeth stayed down there.
Please. Thanks.
Just amazing.
One heck of a climb.
Yeah, don't go any further unless you have to. It's an amazing place. Not sure how it actually got created. There's not much wind in here, but it's massive. Oh, Elizabeth is filming us. Yeah, I just decided to put that footage here because I wanted to make sure that we recorded that.
Can you help me?
So here it is. So we were there on the side of that big rock that was that cave that I went in with Julian, and we are now, I think we are getting close to Roque Nublo, because it's already about 1 kilometer and 200 meters. So yeah, I think we are getting close. You can see that it's peaking at the horizon.
Jesus Christ, this is beautiful.
Quick update. As you can see, we are quite high. Probably about a mile up, more than a mile up. So I think it's 1,811 meters. But this is the Roque Nublo, which is there. So I'm not sure if it's the point where the Roque Nublo is, the peak, or where we actually are, but we are definitely over 1,700 meters above sea level. So it's quite an amazing view, to be honest. And there's no wind, which is weird. I would expect a lot of wind here. So we got a very nice weather. I wasn't expecting it to be that short, and to be honest, the Roque Nublo is nice, but I think the hike itself is more entertaining than the actual final destination. So this was the moment when we got into a very light arguing situation, because my wife wanted some pictures done by Julian, and Julian was kind of focusing on, I think, recording his own stuff, and they started a little bit arguing. Then I stopped the footage, and because of that situation I got completely distracted, and later on forgot to actually create any footage to continue that episode. But I managed to record a couple of seconds while we were at the real foot of Roque Nublo and looking into the valley just underneath it, which was amazing. So have a look now.
Holy shit. This is awesome.
Yeah, so that was it. I hope you liked it. Obviously, I'm not the experienced person in terms of recording this type of thing, so not a good guide, I guess. But I hope at least you were able to see what type of scenery you can see on Gran Canaria, because most of the guides will show you the beaches, the dunes, and all the other stuff, but this is that other side of Gran Canaria. So if you ever plan on going there, I highly recommend planning well ahead what you want to see. Gran Canaria is a pretty small island, so if you rent a car, you can get everywhere within a short amount of time. Obviously, the roads in the mountains are a bit tricky and you need to go slower, so account for that. But if you travel with the, by the motorway, which goes between Mogan and Las Palmas, it's quite a decent, most of the I would say circumference of the island is covered with motorways, except for a short segment in the mountains that is still in the build. So they have the motorway in progress, so you might account for that. Anyway, if you plan your trips on Google Maps, it is fairly accurate to show you how long the road will take. Then you should probably add some time for stops in between, because you will certainly find moments where you want to stop on the side of the road, because there will be like a small places where you can park the car without obstructing the traffic and enjoy the views. So that also needs to be added. So when you're planning your days, just be aware of that. So I hope you liked Roque Nublo. There was more before Roque Nublo that we've seen. There were a couple of places that we visited, so I will join them together and create a separate footage for that. Hopefully, I will have another episode tomorrow. For now, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.